English Flow Podcast with Kay and Leo.
Hey everyone, welcome back to English Flow Podcast. I'm Kay and I'm here with my co-host Leo. Today, we're diving into something I think about a lot. Confidence. You know those people who just walk into a room and everyone notices? Or the ones who can speak up in any situation without their voice shaking? I've always wondered, is that just like how they're born? Like, did they win some kind of genetic lottery of self-assurance that the rest of us missed out on?
I used to think exactly the same thing, Key. I'd see those super confident people and think, man, they got lucky. But after years of research and, my own personal journey, I've discovered something pretty amazing. Confidence isn't actually a gift. It's more like it's a skill. And that's really good news because it means anyone can build it.
Wait, really? Even someone like me? Because honestly, I don't think I got that confidence gene at all.
Especially you, Kay. That's the whole point. There is no confidence gene. It's not something you're born with or without. It's something you develop through practice and specific actions. It's kind of like learning to ride a bike. Nobody's born knowing how to do it, but almost anyone can learn with the right approach.
Okay, now I'm intrigued. So you're saying there's hope for all of us awkward, self-doubting people out there?
Absolutely. And in the next hour, we're going to break down exactly how to build that confidence muscle step by step. No magic required, just practical strategies that actually work. So let's start by busting this huge myth about confidence. I think we've all seen those people who just seem naturally confident and we think, wow, they were just born that way. But that's not actually how it works.
But Leo, I've known people who've been outgoing since like kindergarten. Are you telling me that's not just their personality?
Well, think about it this way, Key. Remember when you learned to walk as a baby? I mean, obviously, neither of us remember specifically, but we've all seen babies learning to walk, right?
Yeah, they're basically like tiny drunk people stumbling around.
Exactly. They wobble, they fall down, they sometimes cry. But the important thing is they keep trying. That's actually the perfect model for how confidence works. It's built through action and persistence, not something you're just born with.
I never thought about it that way. But then, why do some people just seem so naturally bold? Like they never question themselves?
That's a really good question. It's because they've practiced those behaviors, often without even realizing it. Maybe they failed a lot early on, but in safer environments, or they had parents who encouraged them to push past discomfort. The key thing is that confidence isn't actually the absence of fear or doubt. It's about acting despite those feelings.
So it's not that confident people don't feel scared, they just do things anyway?
Exactly. Even the most confident speaker you've ever seen probably still gets nervous sometimes. The difference is that they've done it enough times to know they can handle whatever happens, even if it's not perfect.
Okay, so it's kind of like exposure therapy? The more you do something scary, the less scary it becomes?
That's a great way to put it. It's actually backed by neuroscience. When you repeatedly face a challenge and survive it, even if you don't do it perfectly, your brain starts to rewire itself. The fear pathway gets weaker and the confidence pathway gets stronger.
Can you give us a real-world example, like something concrete we can picture?
Sure. Think about someone who's really shy but becomes a great public speaker. They didn't wait until they felt ready or confident enough to start speaking. They started speaking and the confidence followed. I actually have a friend who used to throw up before presentations in college, and now she's a professional keynote speaker.
Wow, that's pretty inspiring. So what would you say is the main takeaway here?
Confidence isn't something you have. It's something you do. It's an action, not a trait. And that means it's available to absolutely anyone willing to practice it.
That's actually really empowering. I've always thought of myself as just not a confident person, but maybe I've just been waiting to feel confident before taking action, when I should have been taking action to build confidence?
You got it. And the best part, you can start small. You don't have to jump into the scariest thing first. It's like building a muscle. You start with lighter weights and work your way up. So now that we understand confidence is built, not born, let's talk about my 3-step formula for actually building it. I call it the action formula.
Ooh, I love a good formula. Is this like some complicated psychology thing?
Not at all. It's actually super simple. Step 1, start small. Don't try to become Tony Robbins overnight, If you're nervous about speaking up in meetings, don't aim to give a TED Talk next week. Maybe just contribute one idea in your next team meeting.
That sounds actually doable. What's step 2?
Step 2 is probably the most important one. Embrace mistakes. And I really mean embrace them, not just tolerate them. Every awkward moment, every time your voice shakes, every time you say something and the room goes quiet, that's not failure. That's data.
That's a weird way to think about feeling like an idiot in front of other people.
I get it, but think about it this way. If you try something and it doesn't go well, you've learned something valuable about what to adjust next time. The person who never tries learns nothing.
Okay, so start small, embrace mistakes. What's the 3rd step?
Confidence compounds, just like interest in a bank account. Each small win builds on the last one. The first time you speak up might be terrifying. The 5th time is just uncomfortable. And by the 20th time, you might actually enjoy it.
But what if I sound stupid? Like, that's my biggest fear. Saying something and everyone thinking, wow, he's an idiot.
You will sound stupid sometimes. I still say dumb things all the time. Just last week, I called my neighbor by the wrong name. I've lived next to him for 3 years.
That's pretty bad.
Right, but here's the thing. I survived, and more importantly, I'm still talking to my neighbor. Look, even Beyoncé had bad performances early on. There are videos of her when she was young where she's not the flawless queen bee we know today.
Wait, really? I need to Google that.
Please do. It's so reassuring. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. And everyone starts somewhere. The difference is that confident people don't let those awkward moments stop them.
So, how do I keep going when I feel embarrassed or discouraged?
Great question. One practice I really recommend is keeping what I call a win journal. It's super simple. Just jot down small victories each day. Things like, ask the question in class today, or call to make that appointment I've been putting off.
That's actually a really good idea. I tend to remember all my embarrassing moments, but forget when things go well.
Exactly. Our brains have this negativity bias where we focus on the bad stuff. The win journal helps counteract that. And here's another tip. Celebrate those small wins. Did you speak up in a meeting? Treat yourself to a coffee. Made a difficult phone call? Take a 5-minute dance break.
I do love a good dance break.
Who doesn't? The point is, when you acknowledge your progress, your brain starts to associate these confidence-building actions with positive feelings instead of fear. And that makes it easier to repeat them.
So start small, embrace mistakes, and repeat. And track my wins along the way.
You've got it. And remember, confidence isn't about never feeling fear. It's about acknowledging the fear and taking action anyway. That's the real secret. Now, let's talk about something that makes a huge difference in how confident you appear. Your language. The way you speak, especially in English, really affects how others perceive your confidence level.
Oh, I know I'm guilty of this. I catch myself saying sorry like every other sentence.
You're not alone there. Most of us use what I call undermining language without even realizing it. These are phrases that weaken our message before we've even finished speaking.
Like what exactly?
Well, let me give you some examples. Instead of starting with, I'm not sure, but, try saying, here's what I think. See how different that feels?
Yeah, the first one definitely sounds shakier.
Exactly. Or when you have an idea, don't introduce it with, this might be dumb. Instead, say, I'd suggest, or my idea is.
I definitely do that first one all the time. It's like I'm trying to protect myself from criticism before anyone even says anything.
That's exactly what's happening. You're pre-apologizing. Here's another common one. Sorry to bother you versus, got a minute? I'd love your input.
Oh, wow. I say sorry to bother you all the time. I didn't even realize it. I guess I was trying to be polite, but now I see how it can actually sound like I'm unsure of myself.
And confident. You're not apologizing for existing in someone's space. You're acknowledging their time is valuable, but so is your question.
So it's basically like fake it till you make it?
See, that's what most people think, but I'd actually disagree. It's not about faking anything. I prefer to say practice till you make it.
What's the difference?
Faking suggests you're being inauthentic or putting on an act, but practicing means you're developing a genuine skill through repetition. It's like learning any other skill. At first, it feels awkward and unnatural, but eventually, it becomes part of you.
I guess that makes sense. So these phrases aren't just window dressing?
Not at all. There's actually fascinating research on how language shapes our mindset and even our brain pathways. When you consistently use confident language, your brain starts to adopt more confident thought patterns.
So I'm literally rewiring my brain by changing how I talk?
In a way, yes. It's like a feedback loop. More confident language leads to more confident thinking, which leads to more confident behavior, which reinforces more confident language.
That's pretty cool. So what's a good way to practice this?
I recommend recording yourself saying confident phrases daily. It might feel silly at first, but it works. Try saying things like, I have valuable insights to share, or my ideas matter, while looking in the mirror.
Oh, God, that sounds so awkward.
It absolutely is at first. But that awkwardness is just your brain's resistance to change. After a week or two, it starts to feel normal.
Are there other language tricks I should know about?
Pay attention to your email language too. Phrases like, I was just wondering if maybe, can be replaced with, I'd like to. Also, watch out for excessive question marks or exclamation points. They can make you seem unsure or overly eager to please.
I am definitely guilty of the exclamation point thing.
We all are sometimes. One last tip. Try to eliminate just from your vocabulary when it's used as a minimizer. Not, I just wanted to check in, but I'm checking in about the project status.
This is harder than I thought. There's so much to remember.
Don't worry about getting it perfect. Just start noticing these patterns in your speech and gradually replace them. It's like any other habit. Awareness is the first step to... Kay, I think the perfect way to think about confidence is to compare it to
A muscle? How so?
Think about it this way. When you first start going to the gym, those muscles are weak, right? Maybe you can only lift the lightest weights, but the more consistently you exercise, the stronger those muscles get.
Yeah, and I guess confidence works the same way. The more situations you put yourself in that require confidence,
Exactly. The stronger your confidence muscle becomes. And just like physical training, there's no shortcut. You can't just, read a book about weightlifting and suddenly be able to bench press 200 pounds.
I've definitely tried that approach before, reading all about confidence, but never actually practicing it.
We've all been there. The cool thing about this approach is that it takes the pressure off. You don't have to be instantly confident in every situation. You just need to keep exercising that muscle.
So if someone's starting from scratch, like absolute zero confidence, how long before they might notice a difference?
That's a great question. In my experience, both personally and with clients I've worked with, you'll start to notice small changes within a month if you're consistently putting yourself in slightly uncomfortable situations.
Just a month? That seems fast.
Well, I'm not saying you'll become Tony Robbins in 30 days, but you'll definitely feel shifts in how you respond to situations that used to terrify you. And then in 6 months, you'll look back and be amazed at the difference. In a year, honestly, you probably won't even recognize your old self.
That's actually really encouraging. I've always thought of myself as just not a confident person, like it was part of my identity or something.
That's the biggest myth I want to bust. You weren't born unconfident. You just haven't trained that muscle yet. And the good news is that it's never too late to start.
So what's a good first workout for this confidence muscle? Where should people begin?
I like to give people what I call the One Brave Thing Challenge. It's pretty simple. Do one thing this week that scares you. Just one.
Like what?
It could be anything. Give a toast at a dinner party. Reach out to someone you admire for coffee. Speak up in a meeting when you'd normally stay quiet. The key is that it should make your heart beat a little faster.
And then what? You just do it?
Yep. And then, this is important, you celebrate that you did it, regardless of the outcome. Maybe you stumbled through that toast or the person declined your coffee invitation. Doesn't matter. You exercised your confidence muscle, and that's a win.
I think I can do that. Actually, there's this networking event next week that I've been avoiding.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the goal isn't to become the life of the party overnight. The goal is just to stretch your comfort zone a little bit each time.
Okay, I'm in. I'll do it. Thanks, Leo.
That's what I like to hear. And to everyone listening, remember, confidence isn't magic. It's not a mysterious quality that some people are blessed with. It's simply a skill, a muscle that gets stronger every time you use it.
And on that motivational note, we're going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks for joining us, everyone. If this episode helped you, don't forget to subscribe for more mindset shifts and practical tips. And hey, drop us a review if you're feeling extra confident today. It helps others find the show.
See you next time, and don't forget, do one brave thing this week. Your future confident self will thank you.
Bye, everyone.